So I guess this is my testimony. So I am not a religious person. I didn't grow up in the church. I sure didn't live by the Bible, and I haven't lived by the Bible. I was recently gifted this Bible in my women's group less than a month ago. I haven't opened it. But I wanted to share about my relationship and like what has happened. 5 years ago, Sam took me to church, and I honestly started going to church because I would go to church and I would hang out with my friends. Sam, Noah, Abe, and then soon Gabby and Mary came along. And we would go to church, and then we started going to another church, and we would go to church, and then we would go to brunch, and it was like I loved it. I got to hang out with my friends, go to church and go to brunch, and that was just like a great way to start my week. And it became like so like important to me that like even my dad made sure I had an extra 20 or 30 bucks to contribute to brunch, for example. And life changes. Sam moved out. Noah and Gabby have gotten married. Abe and Mary have broken up. I've changed jobs. My dad has passed away. Life moves on. And I found myself still going to church. And I have always known that there is a higher power than just self. And I have always known that a lot of things that happen in the world, or the horrible things that happen in the world, is the inhumane things that humans do. And that's a reality. And if we want to fix or anything, then there's like our own work that we need to do. And what I'm also seeing, and what has my belief in God, is there is only so much as humans that we can do, that it does come a point where it's like, okay, something else needs to finish it. And that something else is whatever you believe in, whatever beliefs you have. And for me, it is God. I found myself continuously going to church. And then I was basically dragged to a women's group. And I'm now sitting in their second seasons of the women's group. And just different points of church and the women's group have catered to my life. And I really feel that it's God talking to me. And finally, like, Simona, hey, hi, I'm glad you made it. This is what I've been trying to teach you. And this is the shit that you haven't learned yet, and these are things that you're getting wrong, and you know what, I need to give you more attention. And the first time that I've ever felt like I heard God was, you can go look at my other YouTube, it was about my housing situation, but it was a Sunday, and it wasn't even the normal pastor. He was basically saying how you're worried about something that is already yours. You are stressed and worried, and you have all this anxiety and fear over something that God has already handled. And that Tuesday, I got keys to my place, right? My dad's old place, and that had been like a whole like thing, right? And that for the message to be given to me on that Sunday, and then that happened to me that Tuesday, it's all God. There's a higher power that, like, yes, it was my hard work. Yes, it was, me fighting for what I deserved, right? But that was like 95, maybe 97%, right? And then like the rest, right? It was all up to God, right? Because there's so many things that might make sense and, you know, it just doesn't work out. And there's a lot of things that don't make sense, but it works out. And it's like, oh, that is God. And so that's basically my testimony. I've been going to church every Sunday. I have been participating in women's group. I have been writing prayers even. I was gifted a Bible even. I said my first prayer maybe a little over a month ago. And like my housing situation changed, my work situation changed, my health situation changed, my mental health has changed. There has been so much positive change with the continuance of me going to God. Yeah. That's my testimony.